Okay, in today's class we will be discussing. Very good morning, children. In today's class we will be discussing the extension regarding the chemical bonding topic, hybridization 1. So, in the hybridization concept, generally the presence of lone pair of electrons on the central atom will result in more strong repulsion between lone pair and bond pair. Okay, lone pair is greater than bond pair, lone pair, bond pair, and it is greater than bond pair, bond pair. Already we have seen this point. Presence of lone pair of electron on central atom gives rise to more strong repulsion in lone pair bond pair electrons, and thereby contraction in bond angles. Due to repulsion between lone pair of electrons and bond pair of electrons. So the repulsion and contraction order, in bond order, lone pair is greater than lone pair bond pair and is greater than bond pair repulsions. So this was the discussion, and there are some points regarding hybridization. Okay, so in competitive exams, what type of hybridization is present in the following? They are asking. Suppose in HCF4 it is sp3d hybridization is present. In HCF6 sp3d3 and HCOF4 it is sp3d2, and in HCOF2 sp3d and HCO3 sp3 and HCO4 that is sp3. So these are all from the various level of examinations I have collected. Okay, they are asking regarding the xenon fluorides and xenon oxides, what type of hybridization it is. So this is the result. Okay, you can make a note of all these points, and after this we will be entering into the atomic orbitals and molecular orbitals introduction. So lone pair is greater than lone pair bond pair and bond pair. And what type of hybridization is present in HCF4 means sp3d hybridization. In HCF6 what type of hybridization? So these are the hybridizations. Okay, hybridizations. In HCF4 to OF2 what type of hybridization? It is sp3d. In HCO3 it is sp3. HCO4 sp3. So those are the things which you have to write. And next we will be having the discussion regarding the atomic orbitals and molecular orbitals. The name itself it is there, atomic and molecular. So now we will be discussing about the atomic orbitals and the molecular orbitals. Atomic orbitals and molecular orbitals. Okay. So what are the major differences you can observe in the atomic orbitals and the molecular orbitals? Means in atomic orbitals, what will happen? Electrons of both the atom will participate, but they are influenced by the nucleus of only one atom only. Is it or not? So that is the major condition here. Okay. In atomic orbital, it is influenced by the only one nucleus, whereas in molecular orbital, the electron is influenced by the nucleus of both the atoms. That is most one. So I am writing here. An electron in atomic orbitals, that is AO, is under the influence of only one nucleus. It is under the influence of only one nucleus. Whereas in molecular orbitals, what will happen? It is the influence of two or more atoms of the molecule. Okay, so an electron in a molecular orbital is under the influence of nuclei of two or more atoms of a molecule. This is the major thing. And another most important thing here you can see is more important thing is here orbitals are represented by SPDF. Orbitals are represented. Is it or not? They are mainly represented by SPDF orbitals, whereas here they are represented by say sigma, sigma star, pi, pi star. Means what? Bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital will be there. Okay, bonding molecular orbital. That is like this, and anti-bonding molecular orbital. Okay, so we will have a clear discussion what is anti-bonding and what is bonding. First, I want to give you the difference, major difference between atomic orbital and molecular orbitals. In atomic orbitals, you will be seeing only SPDF orbitals only, but here you will be seeing sigma, sigma star, pi and pi star bondings. So that is the one, and they have very simple shapes. See, these atomic orbitals, they have simple shapes. Okay? But molecular orbitals have complex shapes. Okay? These are having the complex shapes. And the most important point, atomic orbitals are less stable than the bonding molecular orbitals. Atomic orbitals are less stable than bonding molecular orbitals and more stable than anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Okay, so atomic orbitals are more stable. Okay, that is the thing. And what about molecular orbitals? They are sometimes stable than orbitals and they are sometimes less stable than atomic orbitals. So they are less or more stable than atomic orbitals. Why? Because of this. Atomic orbitals are less stable than bonding molecular orbital and more stable than anti-bonding molecular. So that's why they are more. In some cases they are less stable and in some cases they are more stable than atomic orbitals. MO means molecular orbital. AO means atomic orbital. You can note down these major differences. These are. Okay. After this, we will be having in detail about what is bonding molecular orbital and what is anti-bonding molecular orbitals. So the most important one for competitive exam, this topic is atomic orbitals and the molecular orbitals. So what are atomic orbitals? An electron in atomic orbital is under the influence of only one nucleus, whereas in molecular orbital what will happen? An electron in a molecular orbital is under the influence of nuclei of two or more atoms of a molecule. And here what SPDF orbitals are represented. Whereas in molecular orbital, what are represented? Sigma, sigma star, pi and pi star. What is that sigma and pi means? Those are bonding molecular orbitals. And what is stars means? Anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Generally, atomic orbitals have simple shapes, whereas molecular orbitals are having complex shapes. And atomic orbitals are less stable than the bonding, they are less stable than bonding and these are more stable than anti-bonding. So these all things you have to note down, and then we will have the detailed discussion about what is atomic orbital, what is bonding molecular orbital and what is anti-bonding molecular orbital and what are the definitions for that and how the sizes will be. Generally we will be seeing sigma and pi bonds in SPDF like that, or here also sigma bonding will be there and pi bonding will be also there, but there will be node formation will be there. So regarding that node we will be seeing now. First, what is a bonding molecule we will see. What is bonding molecular orbital? Okay. Bonding molecular orbital means what? Bonding molecular orbital. So what is a bonding molecular orbital? So they are formed by the linear combination of two atomic orbitals when their wave functions are added. When their wave functions are added. Okay. When their wave functions are added, they form the bonding molecular orbital. Then what about anti-bonding molecular orbital? Anti-bonding molecular orbital. So anti-bonding molecular orbital means these are also formed by the linear combination of two atoms or orbitals, but when their wave functions are subtracted. Okay, wave functions are subtracted. This is the case. So here the wave functions are added and the wave functions are subtracted. Okay, so that is the most important thing, when they are added and they are subtracted. Okay, addition of the wave functions will give bonding molecular orbital and subtraction of the wave functions will give anti-bonding orbital. And lower the energy, okay, lower energy will have the stable bond level. Okay, bonding molecular orbital, if it has lower energy, then it is a stable form. It will form the stable one. Okay, stable bond level will be there. If the energy is low for the bonding one, and in case of anti-bonding, what will be happening? Higher energy. If higher energy is there, okay, then they are unstable bond levels. They will form the unstable one. Anti-bonding with a higher energy are considered as the unstable one. Okay, and already the energy is less than the combining of atomic orbitals. In this, what happens? Energy is less than combining of atomic orbitals. In case of bonding molecular orbital, what will happen? The energy is less than the combining of atomic orbitals. Whereas here, what will be happening in anti-bonding? The energy is greater than the or higher than combining of atomic orbitals. So this is the major difference between bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. First case is bonding molecular orbitals are formed by the wave functions when they are added. Whereas in anti-bonding, what is happening? Wave functions are subtracted. Okay, and the next thing is what? Lower the energy. When bonding molecular orbital has the lower energy, then it is a stable bond. Whereas anti-bonding higher, if it is having higher energy, okay, higher the energy, unstable bonding will be taking place. That is the major thing. Okay. And energy is less than the combining of atomic orbitals, whereas here the energy is more than the combining of atomic orbitals. And the last point is they increase the stability. Okay, they increase the stability by the electron density. Okay, as the electron density increases, okay, between the nucleus, then what will happen? They will stabilize. Okay, they increase electron density. Okay, bonding molecular orbitals will increase the electron density between the nuclei. If once electron density between the nuclei is increased, so what will happen? It will result in the stabilization of molecule. Okay, so bonding moleculars, what they will do? They will form the increase in the electron density of the molecule. Okay, So they increase the electron density between the molecules. It results in the stabilization of the molecule. Whereas anti what they will do? They will decrease. They decrease electron density between the nuclei. So it results in what? Destabilization. Okay, destabilization of the molecule will take place. So these are the important points. Okay, these are the some of the important points. See here, bonding. Okay, lower the energy, then it will have the stable bond. Next, what? Under bonding, if energy is less than, okay, a bonding molecular orbital energy is less than the combining atomic orbitals. Okay, combining atomic orbitals. Next point is what? Bonding energy. Okay, what will happen? Bonding molecular orbital, they will increase the electron density between the nuclei, which results in the stabilization of the molecule. So these are the major points regarding the bonding molecular orbital. Whereas anti-bonding molecular orbital, what will happen? They are formed when the wave functions are subtracted, and the higher the energy, it will leads to the instability of the bond level. And what is the thing? Energy is higher than the combining of atomic orbitals. And what is the thing? They decrease the electron density between the nuclei, and they result in the destabilization of the molecule. So these are the major points regarding the bonding. Okay, regarding the bonding molecular orbital and anti-bonding molecular orbital. So you can note down the major points regarding bonding molecular. Okay. Bonding molecular orbital. First, they are formed by the linear combination of two atomic orbitals when their wave function is added. This is the most important one. And the next one is what? This energy is less than the combining atomic energy. This energy is less than the combining atomic orbitals. Next, they increase the electron density between the nuclei and therefore stabilize the molecule. And most important one, what? These are like this form, sigma and pi only. And what is the thing? Lower energy stable bond level. Okay, so these are the points regarding the bonding molecular orbital. Quite opposite will be anti-bonding molecular orbital. First you note down these bonding molecular orbital points. They are formed by the linear combination of two atomic orbitals when their wave function is added, and this energy is less than the combining atomic orbitals. They increase the electron density between the nuclei and therefore stabilize the molecule. Lower energy and stable bond level. Hope you have understood these points. Now we will be seeing about the anti-bonding. Just you add the word anti-bonding molecular orbital. It will be like this. Now the definition, how they are formed by the linear combination of two atomic orbitals when their wave functions are subtracted. Then they will form the anti-bonding molecules. And next, this energy is more than the combining atomic orbitals. Next, what? They decrease the electron density between the nuclei and therefore destabilize the molecule. Therefore they destabilize the molecule. And next, what? Higher energy and unstable bond level. Is it or not? Higher energy, unstable bond level. So these are the points regarding the anti-bonding. Okay, bonding and anti-bonding. These are the major points. First you have to concentrate. Bonding and anti-bonding. You can note down these. Anti-bonding molecular orbital, sigma star and pi star. They are formed by the linear combination of two atomic orbitals when their wave functions are subtracted. And this energy is more than the combining atomic orbitals. They decrease the electron density between the nuclei and therefore destabilize the molecule. Higher energy, unstable bond level will be there. Okay. So just like a sigma bond and pi bond, I will show you in diagram how the sigma star and anti-bonding will be there. Node and everything, so that it will be easy for you. So see, through the internuclear axis, here plus and minus, so sigma bonding MO orbital, the same. But now here minus and plus reverse. So it is anti-bonding. Okay, anti-bonding. A node will be there. This is anti-bonding atomic orbital. Okay, that is sigma, this is sp. okay, in sp. Now we will see regarding pp. This is regarding sigma and sigma star, okay, bonding and anti-bonding. And pi star, how it will be, you will see. Both are pluses. When same signs are being bonded, they will form sigma, okay, through internuclear axis, no? So this is pi bond, pi bonding, okay. The same anti-bonding means minus and plus. So it will result how? A node will be there, like this. So these are the things. So plus minus, here it will be minus plus. This is nothing but pi star anti-bonding. Yeah. The same concepts, sigma and pi, through the internuclear axis sigma, sideways pi, okay. If node formation is there, it is anti-bonding, that you should be careful. In anti-bonding, what will happen? If it is one side, it is plus, it combines with the minus. You can see here both plus plus bonding, but here plus and minus anti-bonding. Here plus plus bonding, plus minus anti-bonding, okay. And if it is through internuclear axis, sigma, sideways pi. That is the difference. Hope you have understood today's level, what is atomic orbital and molecular orbital, and next anti-bonding and bonding molecular orbitals, and what is the major difference between these all. In the next video we will be having discussion about the bond order and how to calculate the bond order of some prescribed elements, and everything we will be having the discussion.